Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to MECO6927 Organizational Communication. I believe you landed on this site because you're interested in the class, what it is about, what is organizational communication, how do we deal with that topic in this very class, and maybe how can you take it, can you take it, and um, how does it fit with an overall program of study if you are enrolled in it. So let me start with this one because it's pretty short, the way I can explain this. This class is offered as part of the Master of Health Communication. So if you are a student in this degree program, you will take this class. You have no choice. You can also take this class as an elective for very many other programs, both in media and communication as well as in public health. And there are some others in social sciences, humanities, and health studies as well, for which you can get credit for this class. It is a face-to-face unit to date. We have not quite completely developed an online component, so you would have to be in the classroom for the duration of the class, which runs about the whole entire semester, so 13 meeting times, so 13 weeks of classes. It's 2 hours each. It is offered usually in the afternoons and evenings to accommodate for traditional and non-traditional students, so people that are full-time students versus people that are part-time students and work. And there are small assessments throughout the semester. Some are in a group format and others individualized. So organizational communication has two words, right? Organization and communication. So we have to actually start this class with defining the two concepts. What is an organization and what is communication in general? Once we know that, we can then relate the two terms to each other and find out how do smart people, scientists, and thinkers interpret, evaluate, and construct the way communication occurs in organizational settings. That's quite relevant for health because health is actually so like a group activity. May you be working for a health department or a private entity, or even if you're self-employed writer, you still have to interface with a community of people that have like-minded interests. If it's not patients and consumers, it's definitely other writers and other health workers. So understanding how this works, understanding the various theoretical approaches that the organizational communication discipline has taken to the topic is quite important, and we spend half the semester on this in the various aspects from very classical models to very modern models where communication is defined as the core of organizing. We then move in the second half of the semester to actually the individual processes that are part of communicating. Why are we communicating in organizational settings? Well, we usually do it to make decisions, to deal with conflict, to deal with change, to voice our emotional situation. And of course, technology plays a role because it has changed the way we communicate. The globalizing of the world plays a role, etc. And so these various topics are parceled out one a week in which we discuss those. How do we do that? Now, this is a postgraduate seminar, which means that we will have a discussion most of the time. There is no straight up lecturing. In fact, the lecture has been pre-recorded. This is a model known as a flipped classroom model, where you can actually absorb the information from the teacher prior to coming to class, and then sort of reflect on it and discuss your ideas about this topic in the class. So you flip it, because in most instances, you do the first part in the classroom. You get assessed accordingly, so there's a mix and match of individual and group assignments that test your skill set, how you advance your skills of this knowledge, but also how you bring in your own ideas. So this includes both an assessment where you do sort of short answers type of evaluation of case studies, certain cases where you have to take positions, individual. There'll be a group project at the end where you pick a real organization and develop a research program, how you analyze their situation. But that will be explained more in class, of course. And you will, as a small group or a pair, also lead a brief discussion by introducing a topic that you came across in the media that is relevant to the week of discussion. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of a flavor for it. It's a very interesting class. You might wonder, how is that different? How does it even belong to communication? Is it maybe a management class? There's no simple answer to that, because yes, if you look at the School of Management, you'll find a very similar class there. Organizational communication, management communication are very closely related and talk about very similar topics. And so, but since I would presume, or at least I want you to aspire to a sort of mid-management leading position, that's actually quite relevant for everyone who goes into health communication to lead the discussion and lead the decision-making process. That said, if you have more questions, the little line here, or there, it's right there, will give you an idea how you can reach me, but I would also ask you to continue browsing on this blog and this website here, because there is the find me and contact me element there. You can contact me that way. So I'll hope to hear from you. If not, I hope that you find this of interest, and I'll say adios for now.